got the little man, you got the big man, and you got the bigger man.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited, coming at you again with another Nitro, a classic retro Nitro stick, I should say. Another Nitro show. Yes, that's right. Here on the channel. And we've got a doozy of a one for you because it was, well, I'll bring in our first panelist tonight. And if you're new to the channel, think of it as, again, Oprah's book club, but for wrestling nerds. There's four of us. We go around a wheel and we pick shows. However, the way the last show ended, we have some alterations to the wheel as made, official and so on by the Nitromaniac TV board of directors, who have decided to pick up and leave Boca Raton. They are now headquartered in the Space City of Houston, Texas, no doubt watching the moon stuff happening. Yes, all the moon stuff. But anyway, Mr. Moorhouse, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing fine as we are down on Earth looking above the stars as a few people just cross around the moon.
That's right. As we record this is the moon orbit day on in early April of 2026, a very historic day in mankind. It's been kind of fun watching that, and we'll have some feedback on that obviously a little later on and that stuff. But I forgot, I have a soundboard now, so I can give you the yes, there we go.
Thank you.
The proper applause here too. And we'll also give proper applause and maybe some laughs to this man, our resident funny man as well, Mr. Craig P Fraser, joining us on the show.
Hey! Who else but Greg?
There we go. Yeah, that kind of runs a little long. I have to try and trim that.
I was a little excessive on that laugh back.
For sure. So I was ready to go ahead after the events of the last show and go ahead and run the show with just the three of you tonight, because if you remember how the last show ended, and folks, if you haven't had a chance to watch our last show, which was WCW Batch at the Beach 2000, how that last show ended, basically our next contributor walked off the show because there's been, yes, we had to level some penalties here on the show going forward, and just to keep things fair and just, both Craig P Fraser and our next guest got a penalty. So I'll bring him in right now. Just say hi. But the crowd is not happy with him coming in.
How did I know I was going to get booed? Oh, I know, because you're a purveyor of human misery. Is that a slide whistle, or is a bomb about to drop 3D?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. This soundboard's kind of cool. How are you doing today, Mr. TL?
Well, I was going to let everything slide, but then you just kind of rehashed everything, and now I'm pissed off again.
You were gonna let everything slide.
Mm-hmm.
I expected it. I already heard it once today.
You walked into that one.
You did.
Or did I set it up?
And meanwhile, on the inside, Mr. TL's inner monologue is going.
Yeah, we can stop doing the soundboard.
Yeah, okay, we're good with the soundboard. But anyway, Moorhouse, it was your turn at the helm for the show, and you decided to pick. I don't know what you picked here, honestly. This was, oh boy. We go to Australia for this one, and we go to October of 2001. It is WWA World Wrestling All-Stars The Inception, which is a pay-per-view that aired in Australia in October of 2001, but we saw it here in North America on pay-per-view around the 6th of January, I think, of 2002 ish is what I saw on Wikipedia and that stuff. And the show itself emanates from the Sydney Superdome. Yes, what was called the Sydney Superdome back then. It's now the Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney, Australia. The attendance was a claimed 8,500. I don't think that they actually paid for 8,500 or 8,500 people actually paid to get in. I think there might be some comp seats for this kind of a deal here. But Moorhouse, explain your choice here, please. This is a curious choice.
Explain myself. So growing up, I used to get a lot of Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines in like 2001, 2002. And that's about the time where WCW closed. And, oh, what's this? World Wrestling All-Stars. It's like WCW too. And that's it. That I was curious about it. I was like, okay, I want to hear more about it. And I think they had about a 2-year run before the promotion eventually closed up.
Yeah.
A shop. And they put on a few events with a lot of big names. This is actually their weaker one. They do have bigger names arriving at later events like Scott Steiner.
This is their first show. This is the inaugural show for World Wrestling All-Stars. Yes.
Yeah, so it's a tale of curiosity killed the cat. And in this case, curiosity killed the banana, as we'll talk about later.
the banana got rotten. You know, the fruits are rotten here. But yeah, so we're gonna go into it match by match, and we'll try to break down things as they're happening and that stuff and so on and so forth. And as you can tell, Mr. TL is back on the show as part of the panel. So I assume that you have decided to accept your punishment from the Nitromaniac board of directors and that stuff.
Oh, not at all. Your board of directors can suck it. And listen, there will be more fighting about this because this is complete horseshit.
Okay. So, but then
let's stop pretending you're the board of directors. You're the entire board.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't okay.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
All right. And
these headphones are on my ear for a reason, so I can hear what they say. I'm being controlled by
so they can keep the shit between your head without them spilling out of your ears. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah.
No.
You're full of shit, Nitro.
Nah.
And these penalties are unjust and they shall not stand. But we are going to forego all of that for the greater good of this podcast.
The greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
What is the similarity between Mr. TL and the Italian soccer team?
They both choke in big moments.
They don't like penalties.
Oh!
They don't like penalties.
They don't like penalties.
I'm an England fan, and I know that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, Euro. 2020. And also, I'm wearing Brazil today, homie.
Brasilia. Yes, there we go. Brazil, for sure. So, going around the horn, before we started this this review, how many of you have heard of the WWA coming into this show tonight?
No, I was wondering why Jeff Jarrett would go on to co-found TNA Wrestling, and now I know why.
And Mr. TL, do you have any recollection of this?
Yes, I remember WWA was a thing because it eventually had DDP and Sting.
Yes, in the later shows they do.
And I thought that this was going to be a legitimate WCW kind of revival. But it just turned into TNA.
Basically, yes. So we'll get through the entire process during this show. It's not very complicated in how it goes, but so we'll start with the beginning. That the WWA was the brainchild of Andrew McManus, and yes, the McManus name you'll hear a lot of this name throughout the show. So Andrew McManus is the head promoter of this and the guy the money behind this. His big claim to fame was that he had just came off of multi-million-dollar tours promoting for Aerosmith when Aerosmith came through Australia the year before, and that's of course in the wake of the whole Armageddon soundtrack and so on and so forth. So kind of a big thing at this time. So again, and so
Aerosmith needed a promoter for Australia.
Yes.
They couldn't
a lot of bands do. Yeah, a lot of bands just will pick somebody local to the country that they're going to promote those shows because they know the markets.
I also imagine it's the distance as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking long way to fly there.
If you're a
Boston to Sydney, yeah.
If you're a North American act, it's like you're going ahead in time, right? Because they're already on tomorrow as we are, we are, right?
Yeah, it's already Tuesday in Korea.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's completely other hemisphere, and you're going to the southern hemisphere of that completely other hemisphere. So, it's good to have somebody locally that knows the markets and so on and so forth. And so that's where this Andrew McManus comes into play with this. He was a promoter that brought WCW Nitro and WCW Thunder to Australia in the fall of 2000. If you go back through the archives, you'll notice that there's some Nitros and Thunders that have taken place in Melbourne and Sydney towards the final few months of 2000 in WCW. He's the guy who brought WCW there. The plan was it was a multi-year deal with this guy. So his company would bring in WCW for, I think, like a 3 or 4 year deal. So all WCW did was the first time they came over with a bunch of equipment. So rings, Titantron, you name it, everything needed to do their television. When the sale happened to WWF, McManus came to Turner and basically said, "Hey, you've left all the stuff down here. What do you want to do with it?" And they're like, "Oh, do you want to buy it?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he just bought it. So all the stuff that you see in the show is kind of rejigged, renovated, whatever, former WCW stuff. The ring is an old Thunder ring. The set is the old WCW Nitro set. So on and so. The roster's the old WCW roster. But anyway, it's WWA picked up some surplus equipment, including the rings that WCW had sent to basically, and they were going to keep that stuff down there, so it saves on costs on flying it back, right? Because WCW and instant wrestling promotion, right? Well, no, maybe not so much, but there we go. So the booker for this thing is Jeremy Borash, former Vince Russo go-to guy, and he got the booking job because they initially had asked Vince Russo, and Vince Russo said, "Nah, bro, I'm busy."
But I know this kid. Kid is
Yes.
going to start TNA.
I know
His
this
name
kid
is Jeremy.
I know this kid that you should give a shot at. His name's Jeremy. He should be pretty good, and away we go, right? So yeah, we that's basically all the back stuff. This company gets founded in late May of 2001, and they run their first show in October. So. And this is the final show, I think, of like a 10-night tour that they initially had set out, and it was all touring Australia with all these former WCW and former WWF talent that had been released. So this is a pooling of talent. If you notice on the show, a lot of it is former WCW guys that did not get picked up or who were released by WWF, and some recent WWF releases, i.e. Road Dogg, Jerry the King Lawler, etc. Gangrel, yes, Luna, etc. So, getting into the show. The show opens with a distinctively 2001 open. What do we think of the video package in the first 2 minutes of the show?
It was something.
It was very 2001 is what it was. Yep. Very 2000s, yes.
It was very 2000s with less budget because, good Lord, those graphics look terrible. The
Windows
logo looks
Movie Maker.
terrible.
It was made on Windows Movie Maker, couldn't you tell?
Clearly it was done on a child's computer from 1998.
Windows ME was a thing at that point, so
they were using dial-up modems.
They definitely were.
It had a almost SmackDown style theme song, but didn't sound right. You know that? I don't know the name of the song, but they did 2 versions of it for SmackDown. All I remember is Rey Mysterio does the 619 in front of the camera.
Oh, is it the one where the Undertaker comes into the frame?
Yeah, where he comes at you like this.
Yeah.
I won't be
Yeah, that's exactly what this one sounded like.
That was 05 era.
06,
SmackDown,
yeah.
I think. Yeah, because John Cena's featured heavily in there and he's a champ. So yeah. So there we go.
Also, I hate the logo. It looks like the old WWF logo, but with a stupid star in the A.
It looks like a hybrid. Okay, it's got the old WWF, like the old Titan Sports WWF era logo.
Yeah.
And then it also looks like the old school WCW logo from before the rebrand in 99. So it's got the metallic kind of look to it.
Yeah,
but
it looks
like it's a mix between the two of them. Yeah.
And
it looks
cheap.
It's like somebody nowadays would go to like Chat GPT and put AI. Can you merge the WWF
well,
logo
I wonder if they
logo together?
You said they left their old Nitro equipment there, so I'm thinking maybe they just took the old WCW sign from the Nitro, just got a welder to fix it up a bit, and that was
and
the
just
new logo.
Not see out in the middle and just go WW and then A. Yeah,
fix it up a bit or fuck it up a lot.
They went out into the street and they found some Australian tradie. And they're just like, can you do this? And he's just like, Martin, no worries, aren't they there for you?
And they knocked the C out in the middle, mate. Turn that into an A and we're good to go.
You know what the logo actually looks like? Have you ever played Fire Pro Wrestling?
Yes.
And they had to like make up fake names for every wrestling league?
That's right, yeah.
And that's what WWF would have been, is that.
The WWA, yes. For those wondering what the local, here's the poster again. So yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, it's kind of got the Titan Sports look to it.
It looks like a cheap sheet metal.
Yeah. This looks like an aluminum can. That's that. And yes, if you notice on the poster, you have Jeff Jarrett, and we'll tell you the story with Jeff Jarrett and the belt as the show goes on. But on your right-hand side, you have one Bret the Hitman Hart. He opens the show because a wild Bret Hart appears right off the top of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, and those in the chat, and we'll start with you, Mr. TL. What did you think of Bret Hart, power figure, Commissioner Bret the Hitman Hart?
For this one, I wanted to be a little bit more involved. So I did some notes. You did a ton
of notes, yes.
I did notes. So here's what I've written down, which I will defer to whenever I just want to give up. I'm going to look to my notes. Here we go. Okay. So Bret Hart comes out with a weird theme song. Belt looks like an old women's world title. It always makes you laugh when he says the WCW, as WCW means World Championship Wrestling. So he's calling it the World Championship Wrestling, which always sounds stupid. And I get that he does it out of muscle memory because he used to call it the WWF, which actually does make sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, he puts on a little promo. He's taking a break after Goldberg knocked him senseless and actually ended his career, which he didn't know yet because he didn't have the stroke yet. So this is in between those 2 points.
This is still, and the whole idea of them bringing Bret Hart in is they want to push him eventually to be a championship contender, if not the champion for this. That's the whole idea. That's why you signed Bret Hart.
Little does he know he'll never get medically cleared for that.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, so and his promo. I'm sorry, what?
I was like, this is before Bret knew that he couldn't wrestle.
This is between concussion and stroke.
Yeah,
it's a weird gap that only lasted like a year and a half.
He has a stroke in June of 2002, I think. So this is So this is right in the middle of he's showing signs of improvement, but he can't get back into the ring yet. But he has every intention to get back in the ring. He obviously isn't going to go back to work for WWF. This might be an opportunity or an option for him, I guess.
He'd be the star. He'd be the star of the company.
He'd be the star of WWA. Yes.
Look at other wrestlers we'll talk about later. He'll be the star.
Yeah. Not much of a roster at this point.
But overall, he does cut a pretty decent promo here and sets the stage for the entire show. And he does mention he has never been beat as world champion, honestly, in WWF or WCW.
That was strange.
Vacated, stripped both times. Yeah.
But it's true. Yeah, I had to think about that. I was like, he was never really, pinned in the ring for it. The WWF title thing, of course, we all know what happened. That's controversy and that stuff and whatever. And then the WCW thing, he had to vacate it because of injury. So yeah, that's
exactly. He was champion of both companies, and he says whoever wins the championship tonight, he will actually pass the torch to. So he's planting seeds all over the place for future storylines.
Yes.
However, They will go unfulfilled as this pay-per-view goes along.
And so, almost as quickly as it comes, it ends. Yes, so he's the WWA commissioner. Our announce team for this is the aforementioned Jeremy Borash and Jerry the King Lawler. Guys, what do we think of the Borash-Lawler tandem throughout the pay-per-view?
Lawler was probably sitting there the entire time, just be like, man, I should have just stayed with WWE.
So remember, this is October of 2001. The phone call between JR and Jerry the King Lawler for King to come back yet doesn't take place until about a couple weeks after this show airs in real time, because King shows up the night after Survivor Series of 2001 to relieve Paul Heyman of his color commentary duties, right? So,
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
the one thing I really noticed about the audio, and I don't know if anyone picked it up, it was on the PA system the entire event.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was just maybe our feed. I was like, is the crowd live listening to this?
They
I
are
did
listening to this
research
live.
after, and it was correct. It was broadcast in the arena.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They are
Which makes sneaky heel wrestlers really try to be even more sneaky when they're being told what they're being sneaky about.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's as if you have to try and drown him out and not hear him. So.
He's got something in his hand. The guy's like,
No, I don't. No, I don't. Anyway, TL, what did you think?
Actually, going to my notes here, going back to something, there is something that happens even before the Bret Hart thing, is that they have the pyro go off, but in doing so, with the first shot of this whole pay-per-view, it clearly exposes that the back half of the arena is not filled.
Yeah.
So if this is the ring down here, none of this has people.
And they didn't bother typing it and draping it off. Yeah.
They did not.
There's no curtains.
I'm like, oh God, we're off to a great start here. As for the color commentary, I have King is a professional as a color man. Borash here is a rookie. He sounds like a child. He keeps messing up names. He keeps messing up moves. He has weird peaks and valleys of emotion that never matches what's going on in the ring. He automatically gives away the stipulation of the final match, which Lawler has to cover up for.
Yes.
I have actually written down here, Borash is an abortion of a commentator. And also, there's no music during this segment where the two commentators are on the PA system live, so it kind of looks weird in the transitions.
Yeah, and the crowd noise is fake that they pipe through this. It is very. It's a very fake crowd noise because it's the same crowd looping over and over and over again throughout the show. This is not a fun show to watch if you're listening to it through headphones. It just isn't.
Which is the only way to do it because of the link given to us.
Well, hey, we make do with what we got. So
you guys can go on my Plex server and just watch it there anytime.
Exactly. We have the invites to y'all.
We're not doing that ever again.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Another thing that Bret had talked about in that promo was, I guess he was doing press in Australia for this when 9/11 happened, and so he was stranded in Australia for about a week and a half or so. And so he obviously, puts over the fact that the Australian people were nice and kind and whatever and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Bret, you just went out for walks and then basically just barricaded yourself in your hotel room probably the entire time you were down there.
And they were nice to him. What's your fucking point?
Yeah.
It's also the wrong audience, I think, to talk about 9/11 because Australia is not
That's true
at all.
It's a world event that happened, but to the average Australian, they're like,
No. That's bullshit. 9/11 was like the biggest thing that ever happened at that time.
It was even while I was really young, but like I do remember it like a lot. I've never seen like an attack in one country where like every other country was like doing.
That's true too. Yeah, that's a good point. So
the Australians were not nonchalant about this. This is the beginning of like worldwide fear over terrorism.
Yes.
That was the first time I ever heard terrorism as a word. I was like, what's terrorism? That's what
that was the first time it ever showed up on a Western first country's door. First world country's door. So it was huge. And Australia did have to take planes that were being rerouted because of what happened.
Yeah, they were one of the countries that stepped up and took a bunch of planes during that. You know,
So it was actually a big deal. And
it was a big deal. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected. Yes, obviously it was a big deal. So as you had said, basically every match in this tournament, it's called the 7 Deadly Sins Tournament to crown the new WWA World Heavyweight Champion. Every match has a stipulation, and then, of course, Borash blabs that the final match will be in a 15-foot high steel cage, which I don't think you even have to blab that. I think or even cover it. Just come out and announce, hey, it could even be part of the selling point of the pay-per-view. Watch, you know, the 2 finalists battle it out inside of a 15-foot high steel cage for a new world champion.
Whatever he did it wrong.
He did do it wrong, yes.
And
he did do it wrong.
And King had to cover up for him, which was
Yes.
like, okay, you could see who's the professional and who's the jabroni here.
So
there's a reason why Borash was not a lead commentary in TNA when he was
no, that's the reason why he was doing Explosion and backstage interviewing and stuff like that. So there we go, and not Impact. But hey, that's the first few minutes of the show. We go into our first contest, and
no, we don't.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't.
Oh,
according to my notes, there's a preview of the match card in its entirety. You've got Smiley versus Devon Storm.
Yeah.
Good Lord, the graphics look cheap. Then you've got Luna versus Gangrel under the new name Vampire Warrior.
That's right.
Yep.
You then have Conan versus the Road Dogg in a dog collar match because everything between them has to revolve around dogs without the presence of an actual dog. Then you have Jeff Jarrett versus the front row Nathan Jones in a guitar on a pole match. And so far, nothing has been announced as a straightforward match. And also a battle royal will be announced later on by the commissioner Bret Hart.
By Bret Hart, yes. And those are your 4 first round matchups on this card.
Sort of,
with, of course,
with a couple of bonuses, yeah.
With the exceptions being Gangrel Luna is non-tournament, and
the hardcore match.
The hardcore match with Smiley and Devon Storm is non-tournament for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So
can we talk about the name Vampire Warrior, or can we wait till his match?
Well, we'll get to it when they come out, because
I do like how they named the one Australian guy, and he's such a huge dude. They just called him the front row.
The front row.
What is that?
So
what does that mean?
He takes up the front row. He's so big.
Nathan Jones, everybody.
Moorhouse is right. Technically, it is. He takes up the front row because the front row in Australian terms, but they're most likely referring to is rugby. So you have your forwards and your backs. Your forwards are the big guys up front. Your backs, your speedsters. And then you have the front row, your flankers, and then your back row, which are your 8-man. So first row, second row. So your front row, those are your flops and the hooker. Those are your biggest guys are your front row. So he is the front row.
It would be the equivalency of, you know, in North American football having the offensive line out there.
Yeah, you are.
He's the one-man offensive line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except you would never name anybody the offensive line.
Unless it was, what's his name? Who was?
Can you imagine?
Williams? Wasn't he a football player? How many football players? That who's who's the guy that he was a Chicago Bear who played for?
Steve McMichael.
Mongo. Alex Karras. He was defensive line.
Yeah. There we go.
But Steve McMichael, you could have like he was already famous from being in the Bears. So if you would have come out there, he is the O line. Like
he has a nickname.
They called him
Mongo. Yeah.
They called him Mongo from Blazing Saddles because it was a Blazing Saddles reference. That's why.
That's Alex Karras. Alex Karras was Mongo, and he was a defensive line. He played for the Lions.
And it's the line from the movie. Oh shit! Here comes Mongo. Well, here comes Mongo McMichael. Yeah.
Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so there we go. But anyways, yes, thank
but
you. But
nobody would ever name their wrestling character the offensive line because it sounds offensive, and maybe you're just a swearing wrestler.
Somebody would. Because
nobody should.
I can picture it now.
The defensive line, the offensive line, the linebacker, the wideout, the safety. None of that shit should ever be called.
It's a wisecracking football jock dude. He could be the offensive line. He just comes in and he just runs down to town or something.
Have we ever seen a top wrestling contender be a football gimmick?
Does Goldberg count?
No, because he just beats people up.
Goldberg was just like a cyborg athlete, right?
Yeah, cyborg.
So
he was not. He was a failed football player on the juice.
And he wrestled like a robot.
And he was robotic in there, so it was more of a cyborg. Man, yeah, that's a great. Not in any of the mainstream.
Wait. Do you mean a wrestler that like put on pads and a jersey?
Like his gimmick's a football player, yeah.
Yeah,
Norman Smiley in WCW.
He wasn't uppercut. You were asking if was there somebody uppercut
top level,
top level. Yeah.
Because that's called stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Kind of like the Goon in the WWF, who wore hockey heels.
Yeah. Well, hockey lifts. It's the entire.
There's also a baseball heel too.
Yeah. Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
I do think if you were going to use the sport nickname, at least like I would go O-line instead of offensive line, but like front row is I think it just rolls off the tongue better than any of those at least.
No, it doesn't. Row. And also for people who don't watch rugby, the front row literally means the front row of the attendance.
I thought he was like,
I didn't say it made sense.
5 seats.
I did not say it made sense.
You tried to justify it.
No,
7 feet tall and 5 people, or 7 feet wide.
It rolled off the tongue.
He's a man who needs to buy 2 airplane tickets.
He doesn't need an airplane ticket. He is the airplane. Whoa.
He is the emergency row access.
He is the emergency road access. Yes. Yes. Anyway, we'll get into the matches here because that's what we do. The first match is a ladder match for the vacant WWA International Cruiserweight Championship, and this also doubles, don't forget, as the WWA World Heavyweight Championship Tournament quarterfinal opener, where we've got Juventud Guerrera taking on Psychosis, and Juventud defeats Psychosis at 8 minutes and 11 seconds, I should say. Mr. TL, the floor is yours. Deconstruct as you do.
Here is the match summary. This is a long one. It's gonna, strap in. Here we go.
Yep.
So, first match, Juventud graphics shown. Then the camera goes to the entrance ramp. Hoovy starts with his mask on and a see-through shirt. He unmasked and cut an awful promo stealing the Rock's lines, then asking people to cheer, "Juice, juice, juice." Psychosis, shitty graphics come up. He comes out wearing a white towel over his head with sunglasses. I see where Dom Mysterio stole his ring gear from.
There you go.
First spot, lock up, off the ropes, float over, tilt-a-whirl DDT. Psychosis powders outside. Juice hits him. Topples a ladder on top of him when he goes to the outside. Psychosis back inside. Hoovy pushes the ladder into his face from the floor through the ropes. From the apron, Hoovy does a seesaw push to the top of the ladder where the feet smack into Psychosis' face. Hoovy then lays the ladder across the ropes of the corner like a floating shelf. Some boots to the ground at Psychosis. He's bleeding already. Irish whip to the corner. Reversal, electric chair, reverse into a reverse victory roll. Hoovy tries to leap, but Psychosis gets vaulted and into the ladder into the corner. Psychosis drapes Hoovy over the top rope, then ascends the ladder for a leg drop. Hoovy slowly gets... Psychosis slowly goes up the ladder.
Page 2.
Hoovy does a springboard drop kick into the apron and knocks down the ladder with Psychosis. Hoovy goes outside for a second ladder, which gets drop kicked into his face by Psychosis. He gives the ladder a scoop slam on a Hoovy. Psychosis goes for an Irish whip. Reverse. Psycho hits the ladder. Hoovy goes for the top rope of the ladder, tries a splash, but loses his footing. Yes.
And this is where this is where the ladder falls and nails the ref on the back of the head.
Precisely, because Psychosis catches him, but the ladder tips over onto them and manages to hit the referee, which gives the king a fit of laughter. No sell by Psychosis, by the way, who quickly goes up the ladder. Hoovy goes up the other side slowly. They fight at the top. Sunset flip power bomb from Hoovy to Psychosis. Hoovy no sells the impact of that.
Right.
Psychosis twitches on the ground. Hoovy goes immediately back up to the top rope and hits a 540 splash. Hoovy goes up, gets the belt. Psychosis was supposed to be trapped under the ladder, but instead he just kind of claws at Hoovy from the ground in a weak attempt to stop him. Hoovy wins the first match by grabbing the Cruiserweight title, which oddly looks a lot like the World Wrestling Entertainment's Intercontinental title belt. No sells and a botch. Mid-match
from that one.
And this is the best match of the card. We have nowhere to go but down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother doing a best match on the card because I didn't see one here. And I have written down this match sucked. These are two guys who are obviously enjoying the perks of Australia. So I was not a fan of this match at all. I was like, they've had better matches. Obviously, this is just they're being brought in because of the name value, and that's it. So, of course, the whole idea here is that they've killed themselves in this match and that stuff. And so the winner, they might be Hoovy might be the new cruiserweight champion, but his world title aspirations out the window, gone. That's it. You won't see him the rest of the night. So,
yeah, why did they do two titles for this match?
I don't know.
One for here's your cruiserweight, but you guys want the world title, so that's what
I
you
don't
really
know.
want.
so Mr. TL knows, but just before he does that, I'm going to summon the Undertaker at the bottom of the screen. If it pops up here, it's on a delay. There it is. It's the Nitromaniac TV Undertaker with all your news and notes from this card. So yes, there we go. Yeah, go ahead, TL.
Oh, I know why that happened. Because you had the protege of Vince fucking Russo run this show.
You have to think that all this creative ran through Russo at some point, where he just even would look at it and be like, "No, that's good, bro. No, that's good,
yeah.
bro. Oh, that's good, bro."
So
and even Russo turned down a free trip to Australia because he knew this was going to be dog shit. Or maybe he just didn't want to see Bret Hart. I don't know.
These guys sacrificed their body for 300 people tonight.
It's like an indie show.
Well,
hey, wait a minute.
That's actually not a bad point because if you think about it, like there's probably a lot of those guys at that time. Like this is fresh after WCW finally shut its doors.
Yeah, you don't know where their next big paycheck's going to come from. That's another thing. Right?
And these guys aren't the guys that got scooped up, like Jericho, Booker T. These guys aren't going off the WWF. So yeah, maybe they see Vince Russo and they're just like, you motherfucker, you know. So it could be not good, but not just Bret Hart, but a lot of them.
But a lot of these guys on a card too probably were like, "Hey, listen, I know it's probably far-fetched to fake this, but they probably looked at Russo too as almost like a Russo loyalist, like Hoovy and Psychosis or something like that, being like, Disco, hey, this guy gave us a shot. Yeah, Disco, yeah, exactly. This guy gave me a shot. I'll go work with his protege, sure. They're asking me to wrestle for how much? For 2 weeks worth of work? Hell yeah, man, I'm going. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And it's with all the old infrastructure that we had down there the year before. Yeah, great. It's stuff I'm familiar with. Okay, cool. So whatever.
Yeah, no. Like you guys said, this match, it was a lot of spots, not a lot of selling.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I was watching Collision.
Or something
I
along
almost
those
expected an AEW chant in this match.
What did we think of the knockoff version of the Nitro Girls? The Starettes make their first appearance on the pay-per-view, doing their dance.
They didn't need to be
dangerously uncoordinated.
They were unsynchronized.
Oh, they were doing their own thing. Yes, all of them were left shark.
Yeah, it just seemed like they were throwing something at the wall, hoping it'd stick. Like, let's try to do everything in this and see if we can get more fans in Australia.
What worked for Nitro in '99?
Exactly.
Literally, the only notes I have on this segment are the Nitro Girls do a dance to that song from the movie Snatch.
Yes.
Jerry the King Lawler is a pervert.
Yep.
Jeremy Borash is perhaps not interested in dancing women.
Right.
No, we see his interest later tonight.
Yes, exactly. We'll find out which side he's swinging from. No, this is just kidding. There's a problem with it. I'm just saying. But backstage, we get introduced to, they just kind of show up in a white limo. Again, the aforementioned front row Nathan Jones and Rove McManus. Oh, wait, there's that name again, McManus. As far as I could see, Rove and Andrew, the promoter, same family, but they're cousins. They're not brothers, but they're cousins. So they show up in a white limo, and the West Hollywood Blondes, yes, Letty and Lodi, confront them, and there's a stare down. Okay, interesting. Well, I guess that establishes that the West Hollywood Blondes are here and are part of the roster somehow. So
and in this promo, only one person was wearing a shirt.
Yes, it's Rove. Rove's wearing his own merch, but anyway. Go ahead.
Now Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Yes,
nothing was established actually because they just showed the two guys and didn't explain who they were, and there's no graphic underneath to show their tag team name. So I don't know who they are. Whoever gets out of the car, one is clearly Nathan Jones, and the other guy is I don't know who because they never explain that either.
No.
So what I have written down in the notes are a limo appears. It's Jones and some little Australian guy. They are greeted by a confused tag team of possible homosexuals? Question mark.
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
So you didn't watch WCW during the West Hollywood Blondes tag team push, eh?
No, not at all. No.
It's okay. It was 2000s Nitro, so
it took me forever to understand that Lodi was the same Lodi from Raven's Flock, who's on the video game WCW vs NWO Revenge.
Yeah, the sign guy. Yeah, the guy with the sign. That's his gimmick.
That's his claim to fame, by the way.
It's clever signs. And Lenny Lane. There we go. Who is a noted Jericho impersonator.
Oh, we've got one more backstage segment here.
That we do. Disco Inferno confronts a stagehand backstage and says he needs security and hands him his credit card. He says he needs security.
What? No, he said he needs 2 suits.
Yeah, he says he needs security. Yeah, 2 suits.
He needs 2 suits. He needs 2 suits. He's looking no disco suits. I thought he was looking for jumpsuits.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He was looking for 2 disco suits.
That's later in the show.
Go and get me 2 suits.
Yeah, go get me 2 suits. Okay, so
he's going clubbing later.
I thought he meant 2 suits as in security guys in suits. Like
no.
This is front row all over again.
No, it's jumpsuits so he can go dancing.
Okay. So it says 2. But anyway, he hands the guy the card, asks for 2 suits. Give me 2 suits, and the guy's like, "Okay, great." And then cuts right back to the ring because it's time for the
wait.
I've written down it's like 2000 era Nitro never left. Oh yeah. So, but anyways,
wait.
Yeah.
So far, Mr. Craig, what do you think of what have you seen thus far? These 3 backstage and the opening match.
Oh, the opening match, like I do agree, it was probably the best match on the card, which is not saying much. And then when we get to Nathan Jones walking out, I know. Here's the thing: I do know who Rove McManus is.
Okay,
I'm very fond with him, but I'm aware of him. I know of a certain comedy troupe out of Australia that he used to be a part of because he was a comedian as well as a show host.
He has opened for Just for Laughs in Montreal before, and has done some North American tours and stuff like that.
He also co-wrote the Shadow Man skit, which is famous on TikTok now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I'm the Shadow Man. If you haven't, it's bizarre.
It's funny.
It's like you know the Mighty Bushes, like from UK, they did like Old Greg. I'm Old Greg, right? Like it's the same vein of like absurdist, like what am I watching? But like I think it's hilarious. But yeah,
have you ever drank Baileys from a shoe?
Yeah, ever drank Baileys from a shoe? You ever been to a club where people wee on each other?
I'm gonna hurt you. I like you. But anyway, continue.
I'm with House. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
I know.
It's all just over my head.
It's as a comedy fan, so it's like, oh, I do know who that guy is. I didn't know really he had all those connections to the family and all that stuff. But I know. So he gets out, and then like I'm like, oh yeah, great. We have these 2 not stereotypical, early, but I have to remind myself like it's early 2000s. Everybody was throwing around the F word flippantly, like so it's like, yep, this kind of checks out. And then so I was like, they take off, and I was just like, that was pretty garbage. And then, I mean, I don't know why Disco Inferno runs in there. He's like, I need 2 suits. I thought he meant suits as well, like in terms of like dress apparel.
Thank you.
Yeah,
but I was just kind of like, I'm like, why do you? I was like, this is so stupid. Why? Like, usually when you do a background segment, you want it to set up narrative.
Yeah.
Guy walks.
That's the idea.
Goes, hey, I'm here now, and you're a piece of shit. And then like he walks by and he goes like, later tonight, there's going to be a thing. But this, all it does is set. It is setting up background, but it's setting up background for probably the worst thing I've seen put onto a wrestling stage.
Well, and we'll get to that as we get to it. But yes, it is coming. It is coming for sure. We'll jump into the next contest, which of course continues the first round of the 7 Deadly Sins tournament for the new WWA championship or champion, I should say. It is a dog
concept, by the way. Sorry, just
what's
the
that?
7 Deadly Sins. Like if you like the steps weren't stupid, like it could have been an interesting concept. I'm just
in hell, you will be on a guitar on a pole.
We'll get to the stupidity of that.
Yes,
we'll get to it.
We this is just screaming spin the wheel, make the deal at this point. But we go to the dog collar match in the quarterfinals between Konnan, and they misspelled his name here. It should be Konnan.
Copyright issues.
Oh, and Road Dogg with 1 G because he lost the other G in WWF. Gotcha. All right, so there we go. It's listed as a hardcore match, but it is a dog collar match. This match runs for 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And TL, I'm going to rely on your notes here because I looked away and the match was over. So go ahead and tell us what you think right out of the bat.
Oh, well,
I'll rely on you.
Here we go. Next match is the dog match where Konnan, which I actually think this is the proper spelling because if you put 2 N's, he becomes Konnan.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Konnan.
you're right. Maybe you are right. Yes. Okay.
But anyways,
with that copyright.
Konnan.
Yeah, he lucked out there. So he does his WCW promo. Then the Road Dogg, without the double G for trademark purposes, comes out and still does everything that he did and said when he was part of DX. Konnan cuts off his promo, by the way, takes the mic and tells him WWF fired him and told him to suck it. Ooh. So the dog collar goes on both guys. Good Lord, that chain is too long. Yeah. Collar keeps coming off their necks. A couple of ball shots with the chain. Road Dogg slaps the corner but gets cut off. Konnan brought a crowbar, which somehow gets reversed. We get our first hump of the night. Road Dogg hog ties Konnan's feet and touches all 4 corners for the win. Why did they come out to Australia? Why did Konnan come out for 3 minutes to do this?
Money.
The money, brother.
But then why would you only use him for 3 minutes? He's a good wrestler.
Maybe this was the impetus of Free Live Crew because a year later, it's him, it's Ron Killings, and it's Road Dogg together, right? So.
That's a dumb name for a faction. Based on the 2 Live Crew, because there was 2 of them, and 2 is also a word, and that's a play on things. 3 Live Crew makes no sense.
They should have just went with 3 Unlimited instead.
Oh. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
This event's so bad we're talking about Eurodance.
Yeah, that's right. Early 90s Eurodance too. Old school house. I love it.
Craig, what'd you think of this match?
I thought it was hilarious when the dog collar kept coming off. And
yes, that's another thing too.
Dog collar match is that the dog collars don't come off.
They're not supposed to, no.
But I think what happened here in my mind was that Konnan just the collar came off and he was like, "Fuck it, whatever." And I think he kind of realized that this was a shit show, and then right at the end, like Road Dogg takes it off and just hog ties her. He's like, "There we go, match is over." And I was like,
"Wow."
It was just ass.
My biggest issue with this thing was at the end of it, Borash is wrapping up the match as Road Dogg's going up the ramp, and he says that, and I quote, "Road Dogg might not have his day tonight, but will someday have his day." And then I'm thinking in the back of my mind, it's like, bro, you're the booker. He's advancing in the tournament. He just won. He's still alive. Why are you writing him off like he just lost the match?
Because he's a awful commentator here.
He's basically like, "Oh, he'll be back. Don't worry." Well, yeah, he'll be back later in your show. You just won.
Yeah, you gotta say something like Road Dogg steals one in that dog collar match. He's out of here, and he'll move on in the bracket. Like you don't.
Road Dogg heading to the back to rest up for round 2. He doesn't know who his opponent is. There you go.
He sounds like a drunk Ed Whalen if he knew nothing about sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen maybe 3 or 4 dog collar matches in my wrestling life.
There are 3 or 4 high profile ones. Yeah,
yep, exactly. And every one I've seen, except this one, is over 15 minutes long, has blood and actual repercussions.
See Piper Valentine from the first Starrcade. Best example.
Or even MJF versus Punk recently.
Right.
Or
that's more modern.
Or Eddie and JBL from, what was it? One of the Great American Bashes in 05, I think was one.
Wasn't that like
but
the cow rope match?
Yeah.
Similar
It's a
premise.
cowbell.
Same deal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bull rope match. Same thing.
Same deal.
Yeah.
So question.
Mm.
Why did Conan have to sneak a crowbar into this match if weapons are legal anyways?
I don't know.
And if the
Hardcore
chain
rules.
is so long that you can go to the other side of the ring and the other guy can be the other side of the ring, you can grab weapons from underneath.
There's zero psychology here. Yes, absolutely.
What's that line that Drew Carey says from Whose Line Is It Anywhere? It's like the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
And the points, that's right.
This is a lazy dog collar match.
It
The
is.
laziest you can have.
Yeah.
Why are Conan and Road Dogg going head to head with each other in round one? You have two baby faces going head to head with each other. It doesn't make sense.
And one is a very good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one was a top star in Mexico for many years.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's walking in with a belt. I'm not sure if it was the CMLL or the AAA belt, but it's one of the big belts of Mexico into the match. And they just claim it's the WWA Mexican title, but it's not. It's one of the it's either the CMLL or the AAA belt that he was holding at the time. So
All right, let's go to the next match of this.
Yeah. Well, it's the aforementioned non-tournament non-tournament match. It's a hardcore match. It is Devon Storm takes on Screaming Norman Smiley. The runtime for this one ends up being 9 minutes and 54 seconds. And no, I don't want to close that. There we go. Where's the thing? Where's my notes? TL, go ahead and start your dissection with this, and we'll all file behind because you've done such a fine job.
Here we go. So quickly, actually goes quickly to the next match because right as the last one finishes, this one starts almost immediately.
I know, yeah. They just launched Devon Storm out of there. It's like go. He's
and
like,
Devon
"All
Storm
right,
taking random bumps in the ring as his entrance. Norman Smiley comes out wearing a Lakers-colored Aussie League basketball outfit. Borash calls him Crowbar instead of Devon Storm. Trash
more
can
than
lid.
a few times in this match, yes.
Trash can lid. Now a chair. Lion salt. Kendo stick. Chair again. Breaks out the table. Another hump from Norman Smiley called the Big Wiggle. Trash can. Here comes the table spot. Trash can again. Chair to the trash can. Big Wiggle. Reversal. Kendo stick. Backstage. Norman screaming in a dumpster while gets pushed into Disco Inferno.
Who's
back
on the
in front of
phone?
the crowd now. Kendo stick, more screaming. Guardrail, more screaming. Smiley is head up on top of a double stacked table. Devon throws a trash can up the Titantron. He climbs it. He then lazily tosses the trash can onto Smiley, who just lays there. He then does a splash to crush both tables and Norman Smiley. But they roll around selling until Smiley gets the 3 count by happenstance.
Yes. Yeah, he just happens to remember, and he rolls over and puts his arm over.
Good Lord.
Can
Can I point out that Norman Smiley is a technical wrestler?
Yes, he is a World of Sport level technical wrestler. He's on the same vein as a William Regal.
Yeah.
I love when the guy who takes the biggest, who takes the bump, ends up winning the match somehow.
Yeah, I know. Just like he falls. I was like, Devon's going up, and I'm checking back between the Wikipedia page and the pay-per-view, and I was like, Norman Smiley wins this match. He's just about to get crushed off this Jumbotron level table bump. And then he just rolls onto him, and the ref's like,
it's like, oh, that's how he wins that match. Okay.
Oh
no.
This match was true to WCW Hardcore, where weapons do 0 damage.
Right. Absolutely. Now is as good a time as any to bring it up. What the hell is up with all the sodomy spots tonight, everybody?
It keeps happening.
It does
not
keep
even halfway
happening.
through it.
Yeah, I know, but we'll bring it up now because it just becomes a trope later on. What is with this?
I don't know what's with all the sodomy, but I would point out that Norman Smiley is wearing a Sydney Kings jersey.
Oh,
SBL, which is the Australian Professional Basketball League, and this is actually their home arena. So,
okay, so it's
like
the hometown pop.
He was wearing
cheap
pop, and they are the second most winningest team next to the Perth Wildcats.
Okay, they clearly stole it from the Lakers, who play in L.A., who also have the Los Angeles Kings. Ergo, Kings, Lakers, stolen.
Oh, let's see. Well, they definitely took the color scheme in the names.
But yeah,
let's see when the team was founded, because I think the NBL actually has a pretty decent history.
But you also have to take a look
in the 60s. So
yeah, you have to take a look though too, and
definitely in the 80s. So they definitely stole it.
This is well after, yeah.
Colors.
But hey, remember, in major junior hockey, like, WHL, CHL hockey, there are a number of teams in North America that have borrowed color schemes from NHL franchises. So there's
I don't care.
Kellen, stop talking about the Portland Winterhawks and let's move on.
We'll move on. Sure. I just wanted
let's move on to the next segment.
I was just going to say, I just wanted to bring up the sodomy, but that's something I didn't think I'd say in 2026. There we go. Yikes. Wow.
Would you like me to do this?
Backstage, Disco gets his suits, his 2 suits, or fruits and suits.
We're in the back now. Disco Inferno yells at the showrunner for his 2 suits, and 2 bananas in pajamas appear because he thought he said 2 fruits. But where's the soundboard with the rim shot?
Oh, with the rim shot? It's on the other page here. Hang on.
Oh,
where'd it go?
It's that classic misunderstanding, that classic one.
And I was trying to find out if the suit was like an Australian slang term for like a hitman or like security detail, and it's not.
Let me try this again with the soundboard. Here we go.
What?
I'm about that.
It's a budget pack. I'll throw more money into it, and we'll get better ones.
So I asked for a suit. The man misunderstood me as fruit. So because he misunderstood me as fruit, he found 2 costumes of bananas and pajamas, which is the equivalent of fruit.
We should mention bananas and pajamas are a big thing in 2001.
No. There is no way that man got 2 other men who are wearing bananas and pajamas suits that quickly.
Just for hanging out.
Yeah, they were just hanging out, just walking down the streets of Sydney, and all of a sudden, hey, I need both of you really quickly. Disco Inferno needs 2 fruits.
Would you say they were coming down in pairs? Down the stairs?
Oh, God.
There it is. And like,
taking that thing away from you.
This would be like getting bananas in pajamas, or I would say Temu bananas in pajamas. This is like if they did a show in Canada and they're just like, let's get somebody to pretend to be Mr. Dress Up or the Big Friendly Giant to come out here.
Bob and Doug, but they can't use the term Bob and Doug, so it's like Frank and Tank or something.
Frank and Jeff.
Jeff.
The brothers, they drink maple syrup and beer.
They drink beers and eat.
And they like Canadian lacrosse.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I remember when these guys showed up on screen, the bananas and pajamas. I remember just thinking, I was like, we've lost any semblance of the plot. This complete horseshit.
It's gone at this point.
Like after these first few matches, I was like, okay. And then this happened. I was like, oh, this is off the rails.
And this is just the very beginning of
There's more angles, lots more angles.
The Fruits and Suits arc. The Fruits and Suits arc is just beginning here at this point.
Yeah, I thought maybe this is a one and done.
Oh no!
Nope.
No, these guys are the hawk and animal of this company.
No.
Oh my God!
I almost call them the Gourd Warriors.
The Gourd.
What? Oh, for God's!
There we go.
Fantastic.
Meanwhile, TL's inner monologue again is
Yep.
And we continue.
So word comes down from the back that Hoovy has broke his ribs, so Road Dogg doesn't know who he'll face in round 2. There will be a battle royal, and the winner will face the winner of Nathan Jones and Jeff Jarrett.
That's
now, Booker T's brother's backstage interviewing the Hitman, as he announces that it's going to be a very open battle royal. He wants anybody with heart to join in. So Stevie Ray is going in the battle royal, along with cameraman or the guy driving the truck or whoever Bret Hart deems fit.
A random woman that Jerry Lawler wants to sexually assault.
Oh, we'll get there.
This is the open WWA Open Invitational Battle Royal that is open to anybody under a WWA contract. It is a quarterfinal tournament match in the 7 Deadly Sins tournament. This battle royal runs 6 minutes and 15 seconds. It's not a rumble, but you couldn't tell anybody that it's not a rumble because there are people showing up at random in the intervals, I should say, including and not just included too. Buff Bagwell.
Would you like to
I want to hear Mr. TL's thoughts, especially when Crowbar takes over the audio desk.
Well, you mean Gordon Soley?
Let's see what the notes have to say here. Okay, so Bagwell comes out first, then Disco Inferno. They start fighting. Stevie Ray joins in. Smiley and Crowbar come back. King and Borash join the Rumble. Referees and cameramen join the Rumble. Mm-hmm. Crowbar takes over commentary and punctuates every sentence with "nyeh, nyeh," like he has a learning disability. Oh God,
that's a rib, by the way.
Girl is now in the ring. She gets harassed, so she leaves on her own. Bananas come down. King does a big wiggle. Final 2 is Disco and Buff, we think, until the Bananas toss out Disco after he does a Disco People's Elbow. Mm-hmm. Buff takes out the Bananas and wins.
Yep, that's pretty much what happened.
That's pretty much it. That's what happened. Good job.
It was a cluster F of a royal I've ever seen. There was no rules.
Yeah. Don't forget, there was also a random woman who I think was the timekeeper.
That was the timekeeper girl who gets harassed.
And then near the end of the match, Crowbar just starts playing with the ring bell over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Who, by the way, doesn't know that you have to hit it on the side to make the noise.
Yes, right. I remember that. He was hitting it on the top. I was like,
oh, wait a second.
It was chaos. It was chaos. It was what happens when your local indie company just goes nuts.
Not chaos in the best way. This is a chaos if your local indie company is drawing 20 people to its first show, and somebody who's never booked wrestling before in their life is booking a show. Which, oh wait, Jeremy Borash, he's never booked wrestling before in his life. Here we go.
Also, this is what happens when the protege of Vince Russo is running a show.
That's true. That's true too.
Without a safety net, mind you.
Okay. So, but Buff Bagwell moves on to the semis. That's the most important thing out of this. Boom. We go to backstage, and the blonde who is in the Battle Royal is interviewing Rove McManus and Nathan Jones. McManus is serving as Nathan's mouthpiece. I thought he did an okay job, but not necessarily anything to write home about, but the TL, what does your note say about that, if anything?
It is very small. It just says, girl interviews small guy and Big Jones, and it's time for the match.
That's all you need to say.
That's it. Exactly. The lactation nation of Nathan Jones.
I do have to say, there's nothing quite as unintimidating as an Australian accent from a small man. I don't know what it is. There's something in that accent where your register of voice is really high.
Did you?
Oh, hey, we're here, Mike. I've been going all right?
See my boy, Nathan Jones.
Yeah, that wolf looking fucking Nathan Jones is big, honey.
Like, what the? Why do you all sound like this?
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, the higher frequency is probably what it is. The higher pitch.
That's what I think it is. Yeah,
because
like, gotta be
somebody like with this deeper, just like, oh, Mike. You want somebody there?
Like, see, even that was kind of high.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
You see, you can't do it.
I might. Yeah, well, you can't.
Even that sounded a little musical.
Well, they call everybody that.
Yeah.
It's a term of endearment.
Oh, yeah, fucking cunt. Aye, right?
Ridiculous.
Yes. So
Do we go to the match now? Would you like
let's go to the match. Yes, it's the final quarterfinal match. It is the guitar on a pole match featuring the front row Nathan Jones with Rolf McManus taking on the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. The match runs 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Jeff Jarrett defeats Nathan Jones. Mr. TL, your notes go.
Here we go. Jeff Jarrett gets a microphone immediately and calls everyone a slapnut. He calls Nathan Jones a poofter. The small guy gets a microphone and makes fun of how Jeff said poofter instead of saying poofta. Hometown hero gets big hype, but loses his match anyways. I officially don't care anymore. Little Aussie gets the match rules wrong on commentary. There's a low blow to Jones. Jarrett gets the guitar, smashes it on small Aussie, then hits his finisher on Jones, and that's all she wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Okay. Now, little Aussie man got the rules of the match wrong. He said whoever gets the guitar wins the match, which is not how it works. Whoever gets the guitar gets to use it in the match.
Yes.
That's the rule.
What's the difference between using any other object and that guitar?
Because it's a guitar on the pole match.
Well,
Not
anything
under the ring match.
What is the consequence?
There isn't. The only thing I could think of that it makes zero sense. Obviously, it makes zero sense. The only thing that I can think of is the guitar. If somebody takes possession of the guitar, it starts the end stage of the match, I guess. So we can finally wrap it up and go home.
I mean, to be fair, Nathan Jones didn't take a single bump in this match.
No, he didn't even take the guitar shot. The little Aussie man did.
Yeah.
He just took the stroke and that was it.
And McManus sells it like he's doing the dolphin flopping out of the tank cell because
I was gonna say, I was like the guy that had the best promo of the night was the guy's not even wrestling. He's just the attendant with him. Because I actually popped myself because I just thought it was funny because Jeff Jarrett comes out that he does say poofter, and then he just goes, the way you say poofter makes you sound like a poofter. I was like, that was pretty funny. I was like, it was a good line. Yeah. And then he actually, hey, he took a fucking guitar shot. I mean, he rolls out. The match was crap.
I thought Rolf played his character well. Even when they were leaving the ring, he was actually showing emotion against Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah,
you're supposed to.
Okay. Yeah.
I was even thinking, I was like, maybe if Nathan Jones had this guy as his manager in WWE, maybe he wouldn't have been fired.
The Colossus of Boggle Road.
Remember, this also is Nathan Jones' first pay-per-view appearance anywhere. He had just got released from WWF, from the developmental system, from OVW at this point. So he's...
what's funny? The Undertaker just mentioned this recently in a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did
he? He basically just said, Nathan Jones just decided to leave and never come back.
Yep.
Like one day they just asked him, he's like, Nate, is there anything wrong with you? Like, I just want to fucking be here anymore. Well, then go home. And he went home and never came back.
He went home. That's from that run in WWE a couple of years later. Yeah.
Yep.
He got a WrestleMania match out of it, but
no, he got a WrestleMania angle.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay, yeah.
It was supposed to be
2-on-1.
Nathan Jones Undertaker versus Big Show.
A-Train and Big
But
Show.
Jones wasn't ready even with all three of them carrying him.
That's right.
And so they just said take him out in the shower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he did end up in a Jet Li movie.
And Troy.
There you go.
Fuegrios! He just like shows up and he's just huge. No, that's okay. Also, Brad Pitt's here.
Of course.
Also, for those who don't know, a poofta, I asked my Aussie friend about this, is the Australian word for a maggot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a term that's not endearing to homosexuals. Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's what a poofta is, everyone.
That's a poofta.
Well, there you go.
Well, they use it in the UK too.
Yes.
They say poof.
Yeah.
They say, you bloody poof. Poof ta going the whole way. That's Australian. All right, what happens next there?
Yeah, well, we're getting going there. So Jerry the King Lawler hits the ring, and he says he's had about enough of the fruits and suits. So he calls out the fruits and suits, and so there it is. He's talking to the fruits and suits.
They look like almost like demented minions.
They look like crushed frogs. Crushed frogs.
Crushed frogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
they're convict crushed frogs.
the convict crushed frogs. Yes. Yeah. So go ahead, TL. I think what do you have written down for notes? Because mine is just the West Hollywood Blondes hit the ring, and then Bret Hart hits the ring and says Hoovy is out of the night, and so the West Hollywood Blondes end up being the semifinal opponent for the Road Dogg.
You missed a couple
I summarized it, but go ahead. You got the more details.
Did I? Yeah. All I say is King goes in the ring to interview the Bananas. Lenny and Lodi come out to interrupt. Bret Hart comes out to tell the Bananas to leave.
Mm-hmm.
King then says, actually, Bret says, I need you fruits to get the hell out of the ring.
Yeah.
King then says, which fruits? This makes Bret Hart laugh and break character for a second.
2000s humor, everybody. Early
Bret
2000s
Hart then
humor.
calls for incorrectly a three-way dance between the Road Dogg, Lenny, and Lodi. And we get to the match. Would you like me to break down this match?
You know, thinking of the bananas.
Yes.
Sorry, just with that photo of the bananas and pajamas there, like they look like if you like the ice cream truck comes around and you get like the pop, like the popsicle. It's like, oh, it's Pokemon. Like that looks like the Pikachu popsicle.
Moorhouse. Who wins in a fantasy match? The Fruits and Suits or the Ding Dongs?
Well, the Ding Dong. Probably the Ding Dongs because
Probably
they
Ding
actually have
Dongs. Yeah.
wrestling experience.
If it's WCW, it's Ding Dongs.
Yeah,
one
these
of
two
these
guys
bananas,
look like they weigh about 200 pounds each total.
One of these bananas is hard to the floor. He's hardcore, man, and we will talk about that when we get there.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Now,
we will talk about that.
The whole match is a 2-on-1 with the tag team arguing on who wants to take the pin. Another butt spot. Siegfried and Roy references made.
Mm-hmm.
King calls one of them a pickle kisser.
I heard that. And then Moorhouse is like, King.
Moorhouse continues to sound like a doofus.
Uh-huh.
Turns out this is a triple threat match, not a three-way dance. As a three-way dance is an elimination match, a triple threat is first fall wins. The tag team eventually turns on each other. We get a moonsault. Road Dogg stops the pin by doing the shake, rattle, and roll and pins them stacked improperly. Nonetheless, Road Dogg wins, and the tag team bumps their hips to apologize.
That's what happened.
Yeah. There we go.
Let me explain the improper stacking.
Let me get you a time on that too. That was 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Okay, go.
You see, the one guy is on the bottom. The tag team guy has him pinned like this. Road Dogg does a little shake, rattle, and roll and hits the guy on top. Now, he's actually pressed down on both of them, but unlike the Roman Reigns version, which is correct, where both guys have their shoulders downed, only one guy did, and the other guy's being covered.
Because
they ended a WrestleMania like that one.
They were doing the 69 joke. That's why.
Except it was a proper pin.
Yeah, it was a 69 joke that failed.
Yeah. Well, one guy was
well, yeah,
they didn't get three-way dance.
They didn't get the position proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It was,
God.
That was what they were attempting to do, but it didn't
good
come
point.
across well.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, after all the bad spots and steps that didn't seem to make up and make any sense, I was just like, of course this doesn't end well or looks good.
Also, when was the shake, rattle, and roll ever a finisher in the history of anything?
Honky Tonk Man never used it as a finisher. It was his setup, I think.
I believe it was in the Game Boy game WWF Attitude.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lorax, what happens next on this shit show?
I was just going to do a quick scene reset here. If everybody's joining in as you would do after Raw or whatever. We are just kind of dissecting here on Classics Nitro Take Live. Moorhouse's pick, which was WWA Inception 2001 from October of 2001. And you have all of our identifiers in the bottom left-hand corner of our screens. We are approximately halfway through the card at this point. We are easily into the second hour now.
Oh, God.
And it is a semifinal number 2. But just before that, Stevie Ray talks to Buff Bagwell in the back. Buff says he's got Jeff Jarrett as his semifinal opponent. And he says what the stipulation would be coming up next for this match. And he says this is going to be and I quote, and sorry, YouTube, and if you have small children, please escort them out of the room. It is a tits, whips, and buff match. Whatever that means.
I just love the spot where Stevie Ray is talking to him and he's just like, here, you hold the mic.
Yeah.
And then Buff starts interviewing him. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
holding
the mic.
Yeah, Buff then gives Stevie a question. Stevie starts answering. He's like, wait a second.
Yep. Fresh from the WWF, Buff Bagwell. So he straddles both lines here. He's ex-WCW and ex-WWF at this point. So, but anyways, semifinal number 2. It's the puppies, whips, and Buff Jeff Jarrett versus Buff Bagwell. It's a lumberjack match with just sexy models. So it's the Starettes and 3 or 4 other calendar models are around the ring with whips and stuff. But the whole part of the joke is, I guess, that if Buff gets tossed out of the ring, the models all cling to Buff and they, are loving on him or whatever. And if they throw Jeff out of the ring,
whoa! You're stepping all over my summary here. Just give me a timestamp.
Okay, the runtime is. Oh, wow. Give a man notes. He has power. It is 4 minutes and 5 seconds with Jeff Jarrett defeating Buff Bagwell. Okay, go.
This was 4 minutes?
4 minutes and 5 seconds, yes.
This felt like it went on forever.
Yeah, this is 4 minutes and 5 seconds, according to
this is the longest 4 minutes of life. Good Lord. All right. We got Bagwell and Jeff. Jeff has another guitar. He gets 2 sparks of pyro for his entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Bagwell gets more pyro for his entrance. And girls come out wearing American flag tube tops and branding whips. Borash spells out the rules. It's a lumberjill match. If someone leaves a ring, the girls will whip them until they get back into the ring.
Yeah.
Jarrett gets whipped out. He gets whipped after being tossed into the ropes on the edge of the ring. Drop kick, Jeff outside again. He's getting whipped by the girls. He rolls in, thrown out, more whipping. Back in. Buff gets thrown out, but the girls tend to him instead of whipping him. Jeff uses the second rope to low blow Buff Bagwell, but he no-sells it as he gets back in the ring. Right. As Buff tosses Jeff out again, he gets whipped. Buff rolls out. The referee jumps out to tell Buff to bring it back in the ring. The girls start whipping the referee. Buff and Jeff get back in the ring. Blockbuster on Jeff. There's no referee. So a girl counts the fall, which does not count, by the way. She's up in one corner cheering, while Buff is in the opposite corner cheering, thinking he won the match. A spare official waves off the pin. Jeff hits Buff in the back while his back is turned, hits his finisher. 1, 2, 3. Jeff wins while the other girl is still on the top of the corner cheering.
Yes.
Yep, I have that in my notes. She was celebrating the whole time.
This is your second semifinal for your World Heavyweight title, by the way.
Also, anyone catch Lawler and Borash openly talking about sex toys to the audience?
Yes, they did. Have you ever been hit with a whip before? And it actually made King blush.
Yes. There we go. Wow. We are.
At this point, I want to know from the house, how you feeling about this pick as you're watching this event and you're at this point.
Do you have immediate buyer's regret on this one?
Well, this was a 2-parter for me. I will say that, and it's one of our shorter events.
Oh, okay.
Well, not for me. This is the longest 2 hours I have ever spent.
But rest assured, next pick for me is definitely going to be making up for this one.
Okay. Hey, well, there we go.
I don't know how to trust you anymore.
Yes, but
We're going to good stuff. We're going to some. We're gonna get some Kurt Angle back in our life, I think.
we have found out a name for our interviewer too.
You did?
In the backstage. We did. It's mentioned under Jeremy's breath, throwing to the interview, but he froze out to Sydney Ann in the back. So Sydney Ann has Luna Vachon. And Luna basically says she wants to fight her husband, and since she's come down here, she's lost every match she's fought in, and she blames her husband for it. So,
okay, wait.
But anyway,
before we do this interview,
yeah,
to Mr. Craig, who has now returned,
sorry,
what was your thoughts on that previous match with the Lumberjills and the Whips?
Yes.
I was like, wow, I didn't know this could get more misogynistic, but it did. I like the weird thing, especially in some of the current climate today. It's like, why do they have Lolita on the butt of the I'm like, that's and then Jerry, of course, Jerry Lawler's like, wow. It was, I don't know. And then like, it's so bad how it's like Buff was sent in as like the face, and Jeff Jarrett's the heel, and yet you have all the Lumberjills with whips helping the face, and he still loses, and like he loses while one of them is on the top rope, like to the crowd doing the Numa.
Yes.
And I'm just like, this is the stupidest thing. I was like, this match needs to be erased mystery.
I want to throw this out to the panel right now as a question. Who had the dumber finish? The Jeff and Buff match or the Norman Smiley and Crowbar?
Oh,
Who
this
is
Norman Smiley and Crowbar, I think. Because I
go with Crowbar and Smiley. Just because Crowbar is the one who jumped and like Smiley took it and then was like, I'll just win.
I think if you're asking a ridiculousness factor, I think it's this one. But dumber, yeah, it's Crowbar and Smiley.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I think this one was dumber.
Okay.
Could be.
Okay.
They're both.
It was both dumb.
They're both bad. It's bad.
It's crazy when all your valets are just celebrating whatever the fuck happens in the wrestling
Some
ring.
sort of
Doesn't
party
matter
at this point. They're just partying it up.
Okay, now I also want Craig's opinion because we go to the
Partying
next
it
part,
up.
which is the Gold Girl doing an interview with Luna Vachon, who sounds like a gremlin.
Sydney Ann.
you
We found out
go
there's a
into
name
this.
to her now. Her name is Sydney Ann because Boras just kind of let's go to Sydney Ann in the back, like just really quick.
So I know that's like Luna's gimmick always to do the voice like this the entire time. Like it's
That's pretty good.
It worked for her. I mean, God, that would ruin your vocal folds after a long time.
Apparently, her voice was shot after doing that character for like a decade or so.
Well, I don't doubt it. I mean, first of all, I think after especially watching like the Dark Side of the Ring on her, I think she was a phenomenal performer.
Oh, she comes out today. It's a different world with her today. It's like every Fed would want her as like a women's champion for sure.
Yeah.
Lorax, I have a question for you. Is Luna Vachon related in any way to Mad Dog Vachon, or is it just really?
Same family.
Sort of. No. Adopted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Luna was adopted. into the
But
family.
It's basically like it was a real adoption. It wasn't a gimmick adoption. It was,
like, was it a real adoption or was it like
real adoption?
Tyson
Real
Kidd?
adoption.
So she's like I think Mad Dog's daughter or something like that.
Mad Dog's adopted daughter. She was abandoned at a motel because her mom died at the motel.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go.
Oh,
funny
damn.
mention Tyson Kidd. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but my cousin went to high school with Natalia.
There we go. Cool.
But put that out there. I was just like, Tyson Kidd, Natalia. Hey, I don't know if I ever mentioned it. But continue on with the second.
Why not? Right.
Luna's had a dark life.
Okay.
Luna's had a really dark life.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
That Dark Side of the Ring is a good watch. To give the good. Obviously, it's the full story, and that's a wonderful.
Now, were her and Gangrel divorced at this point and pretending to be married, or were they still married?
No. They still were hitched, but they were. The divorce is coming. It's the next couple of years or so. But they're still together in 2001. So
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, there's the interview, and that leads to our black wedding match between Luna and Gangrel, Vampire Warrior. Now we can talk about the Vampire Warrior.
Give me a timestamp.
The runtime is 5 minutes and 16 seconds. And just before you start, I just want to make mention of Gangrel actually getting the hit song by Tantric Breakdown for his entrance music randomly in the show.
I was gonna say, I've heard that song before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on Big Shiny Tunes. I forget which one. I think it was like five or six or something like that.
Now I know where I heard that from.
Yeah.
It's your Monster Magnet type of music.
Yeah. I know the breakdown. Everybody does the shakedown. Like that. Yeah. I've heard that and I was like, I've heard that before. And then I Googled it and boom. Yeah. So
why did you sing it like a barbershop quartet?
Hi, man. Anyway, so the runtime for this one ends up being 5. This is longer than the Jarrett and Bagwell match, believe it or not. This one is 5 minutes and 16 seconds.
Oddly, I have less notes on this, even though it's longer.
Go for it.
Vampire Warrior versus Luna.
Mm-hmm.
King straight up calls him Gangrel because Vampire Warrior is a stupid name.
But it is his non-copyright name. It was also the name he had on the indies before WWF. So
it's a stupid name. Husband versus wife match.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to fight. She wants to kill him.
Yeah.
She tries to go for a pin with a roll-up. I thought that was ridiculous, by the way. She breaks out the weapons, grabs his nuts with a pair of barbecue tongs. More weapon attacks.
Yeah, Gangrel just gets his ass kicked in this.
Gangrel finally hits an even flow DDT to win and end this match. That's right, folks. Domestic violence is perfectly fine as long as it's in a wrestling ring.
The Impaler, he gets hit with, or he hits the Impaler for the finish. Yes.
This is all because he peed on the seat yesterday.
Basically, yes.
It makes me remind me, like, I was like, they settled it in the ring, but it makes me think of like some of the top comments I enjoy seeing on these like videos and stuff on TikTok is this guy that goes out into like the Alaska wilderness and he does all these like survivalist videos. And he's just like digs out this like giant chunk of snow in the ice and he's just like sitting down there heating his socks against the fire. He's like, well, I can eat some warm beans tonight. That'll be nice. And then top comments like, dude, just apologize to her. So it's like, I'm like, or you could have a death match.
So the reason why Gangrel, Vampire Warrior, whatever, was using Tantric was Tantric was touring Australia at the time of the pay-per-view, so that's why.
You know what will help push ticket sales? That Gangrel fella.
I just looked up their tour schedule.
Not just Gangrel, but his new name, the Vampire Warrior.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't use that other name.
Fanging and banging with the Vampire Warrior. Jeez. Wow. Anyways.
I thought the match told the best story. I will say that out of all the matches, this one actually had a story.
Mm-hmm. We're yeah.
And remember the moral of the story. Domestic violence is okay if it's wrestling.
Yes. Yep. Especially in the early 2000s. But anyways, there we go. Yeah. We are missing a match on this, but we're not missing a match, if that makes any sense.
It was a dark match.
It was a dark match. There was a 4-way skin-to-win match that was presented on the Australian pay-per-view.
Nobody cares.
like they're going to use knives and stuff? Nice.
This one apparently ran 5 minutes and 9 seconds, and Adara James defeated Queen Bee, Violet Torosi, and Sharon A. Wad. I'm not making up these names.
Okay, moving on.
5 minutes and 9 seconds. Yes, a 4-way skin to win match, whatever that is. So,
skin him to win him.
Apparently, it was not on the U.S. or Canadian pay-per-view release, but
if they're skinning each other, they can't show that in North America.
They can't show that. No, they just can't. And then we've got.
Would you like me to explain this segment?
The road to the main event does have a few bumps to it. So
A few bananas in the road. Yeah.
a little banana peel action in the road. Yes. The Starettes have another performance, but the Disco Inferno interrupts it. Mr. TL, you take it from there.
All right, here we go. The Nitro Girls come back out.
Yes.
Disco Inferno interrupts them to kick them off the stage. The ring has a cage around it already in preparation for the final match here. Now he takes the mic and gets into the ring to argue that he was screwed over by two bananas. The crowd calls him a wanker. He tells them to shut up. Great comeback. He calls out the fruits to the ring. They come out. One of them Irish whips Disco Inferno into the cage. That's the wrestling banana. The other banana continues to do mascot selling of emotions. Wrestling banana uses the cage door on Disco Inferno. He starts doing Hulk Hogan poses. Disco goes in the ring, goes up the corner of the cage. The banana chases him up there. They fight at the top, and the banana comes crashing down onto the floor, followed by holy shit chants from the crowd. Jeremy Borash claims this is WWA. Disco leaves. So does Banana 1 as the other banana is laid out. Gentlemen, your thoughts.
This is pro wrestling.
This is pro wrestling. Disco Inferno throwing banana people off stages.
It's WWA.
Just that Martin Scorsese meme, but instead it's Vince McMahon sitting in the chair. Absolute wrestling.
That's such good shit.
This is awesome, yeah.
Oh my god!
So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this still frame, and I'm thinking "Even Flow" by Pearl Jam. That says this.
Yeah.
It
kind of looks like
Flow.
It's like the album cover from Clumsy, Our Lady. Guy's flying through there. But I mean, you got to give it to the banana. He took a cage bump, man.
It's a nice bump.
Yeah, ass cage
beautiful
bump.
bump.
Holy
You
shit!
got to keep that photo. That photo would make an awesome album cover for anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just going for in the background.
Now, I want to point out something. I guess Jeremy Borash gets better over the years or something. Now, here's the thing.
He does. Yeah.
First impressions mean a lot. Case in point, my first impression of Kevin Kelly is a doofus because he was being called a hermaphrodite by The Rock and told to stick a finger in his nose while doing interviews. It's not till later on he's this like star announcer, a commentator for New Japan Pro Wrestling's English translation version, whatever. Yeah. So, but the last time I saw him, he had his finger in his nose because The Rock told him to, Hermie. Now, this is my only impression of Jeremy Borash is watching this.
Yes.
This is WWA.
Yeah. This is WWA.
A man dressed up as a banana getting off a cage.
Exactly.
Mr. TL, you mentioned that we might know who was in that banana suit, and I don't know who was in that banana suit.
I don't know who was in that banana suit.
I don't know who's in the banana suit.
He was hoping that I had the information. I Googled it. I couldn't find it. So I do know that they had one of Chris Daniels' buddies, Danny Dominion, as a working as an agent during the show. But I don't think it was him because he'd be agenting at this point. You'd think he'd be in the back. So I have no idea who that is. But anyway,
Horace Hogan. We'll just say it was Horace Hogan.
I don't think it was Norman Smiley either. So what's it? Because
they were in the same match at one point.
Well, if
I know who it is. It's the Kiss Demon.
Oh, it's Dale Torborn.
Dale Torborn.
I was just going to say that if it was Screaming Norman Smiley as he was falling from the cage, you would have heard this.
He screamed a lot higher than that.
Enough of that. But anyway,
we'll go to the next part of this.
Yeah. Well,
really.
Not the final part of this. It is the WWA World Heavyweight Title Steel Cage match, the finale of the 7 Deadly Sins tournament, brother. The Joseph Jeff Jarrett versus the Road Dogg. The runtime for this one, it's the longest match on the card at 10 minutes and 26 seconds. And it is Jeff Jarrett defeating the Road Dogg for the vacant WWA World Heavyweight Championship. TL Goo.
Here we go. The last bit of notes. All right. So Bret Hart comes out to join the announce team holding that women's belt. We've got the Road Dogg versus Jeff Jarrett. The Road Dogg comes out. doing his shtick, which was cut off earlier by Conan. He called himself the Road Dogg Jesse James, which is still trademarked by the WWF. Jeff Jarrett comes out holding a guitar once again. They start brawling immediately in the ring. Road Dogg put Jeff into the corner where the cameraman is before Irish whipping him into the other corner.
Yeah,
Road
why is
Dogg
there...
hits-
Can I pause for a quick second? Why is
You
there a
may.
cameraman in the ring, not in between the cage and the ropes, but actually in the ring section of the ring? In that
Who
corner?
gets put in the corner by accident?
And he interferes at a couple of spots because he can't move, and they
they're in
decide to
here.
work in that corner.
Exactly.
I don't
We'll
get
come back
that.
to that,
Okay, that's.
I guess.
I was screaming at my TV when I saw that. I was like, "That is unsafe. What is going on?"
Of all the damn things, that's what you're screaming about?
That's right. That's right. That triggered me. I'm pretty
Wow,
tolerant, as you can tell.
You
but-
are a production guy. All right.
That's easily
So
a
Road Dogg hits the
$25,000
cage.
camera.
So Road Dogg hits the cage wall first, while
Yeah.
Jeff continues to argue with the crowd. Jeff finally gets put into the cage. Jeff tries to escape by going up the corner. Road Dogg chases him up there. Jeff gets down and the crowd thinks it's over. Borash has to explain that the cage match only ends by pinfall or submission.
Yeah,
Brawling
that's right.
outside now. Jeff is opened up. They're back in the ring. A sleeper hold on Road Dogg. Road Dogg doesn't tap as their feet are caught in the cameraman's cable.
Yeah. Huh? Told you.
Road Dogg, he gets out, puts a sleeper on, and they're both knocked out.
Mhm.
All right. So they're back to brawling off the ropes, low bridge, referee knocked down.
Oh.
Jeff goes out to get the guitar and smashes it over the roadie's head. Jeff goes for a sharpshooter.
The roadie.
Brett tells the ring lady not to ring the bell because he disagrees with the use of a guitar to win the match. A new referee is in the ring. The roadie from behind, here's another hump. That's actually the last one of the evening. Jeff gets pushed into the new referee and he's down. Roadie low blows Jeff from behind. Roadie goes for a sharpshooter. Brett tells him not to ring the bell again. This time, he saw the low blow that led to the sharpshooter, and he's not happy about it, so he walks off with that women's title belt. Road Dogg stops Brett, takes the belt back into the ring. He runs to take a swing at Jeff with the belt. Jeff ducks, gets his finisher face first on the belt. Somebody counts to 3 because we don't know which ref is alive. Jeff is the WWE champion. Brett seems unsatisfied, goes into the ring to confront Jeff. Jeff almost swings the belt at Brett. Brett puts him in a sharpshooter, and the show is over.
That's it.
Thank God.
That's the final vision of the last of the premiere of the WWA pay-per-view right there. That's how they go
Let's
off
start with Mr. Nitro and the production issues in this match with the cameraman and his cables.
Yeah, well, first of all, what is I get the whole idea of having the cameraman in the ring with the cage because we've seen that happen so many times. It's a it's a trope of WCW television because Jackie Crockett, who was cameraman for WCW, used to like to get into the cage, but he would stand between the cage and the ropes on one corner of the cage. So he's not in the
he'd be on the apron where the tag
be on the
team
apron
sits.
Yeah, exactly. So he'd be out of danger most of the time,
Not this fool.
This fool decides to step into the ring, into or in between the ropes, and he takes away effectively a corner of the ring. So there's a couple of times where Road Dogg and Jarrett go into the corner to work, and they end up squashing this dude. And he's trying to get out of the way, and he's got the camera going all over the place. It's like, that's so dangerous, man. Why?
Listen, you let the bananas happen. You let the Nitro Girls happen. You let Norman Smiley win by doing this while he's dead to crowbar. But a cameraman in the ring, that's too far.
That was egregious to me. That's where I was like, that's it.
God.
So it's clear that Bret Hart is not the best booker from Stampede Wrestling.
Well, it's clear that Bret Hart isn't the best power figure or the best person for a power figure.
I mean, Bret Hart essentially tried to do the Sydney screw job.
Yeah.
He did.
No,
yeah.
he didn't. He tried to call it fair because these guys cheated their way into the sharpshooters.
But it's a cage match.
I know, which is doubly stupid.
Here it is again. That's how the pay-per-view goes off the air.
And I'm pretty sure Brett has used foreign objects in his career many times.
Oh, many times, yeah.
Okay, but not like this is ridiculous. Because the point of the cage match was to keep everything in the ring. In fact, if you're doing a cage match where you can't escape and you have to win by pinfall or submission, if you leave the cage, you get disqualified.
Yeah.
Why did we leave? What was the point of that?
That's a good
But
point.
these guys just left the cage, went to the outside, brawled out there, came back in the ring with some weapons and a guitar.
I like how Brett also like called that out on the commentary desk, or they're just like, I was like, because yeah, Jeff Jarrett was about to jump out of the cage.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he's gonna win, right? I'm going off.
He doesn't even know.
WWF cage match rules.
He's like, hang on a second.
He's like, I'm like, Jeff Jarrett's just gonna jump out of the cage here. Then he's like, yeah, it's a pinfall submission.
Yeah.
I did one thing that was interesting. This is the blow off to Jarrett versus Road Dogg from '95.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my God,
Double
you're
J
right.
and the roadie.
Because they never had
their blow off. Yep. That's a good point.
That's it.
Oh no.
Can you imagine? This feud has been building for, I don't know, a good part of a decade.
Oh, 4
This
years,
is what they came up with.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
6 years ago. Yeah. That's what they did.
God.
This was this was Jeff Jarrett's, CM Punk John Cena rematch after how long? This was his version of that with Road Dogg.
Good
In
Lord.
Australia.
In Australia.
So
sold out show.
I know you guys are
The
taking
lower
it
bowl
on
is
Bret
still
Hart,
out, brother.
but Borash cannot book he can't book a show to save his life.
Yeah. No.
And
And that
ending, I don't know. I think Brett had embarrassment after doing this.
He probably did.
but so is he involved in any further WWA cards after this?
You're the
He
Lorax. You have to tell us.
No, I did do research. He does.
Oh.
So he's replaced as commissioner after this event.
Good.
Okay.
He suffers a stroke. He
Yes.
comes back at the 4th pay-per-view to do a post-stroke, like, hey guys, sorry, I'm not myself anymore.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, that's sad, but I
the
mean,
power figure gets replaced after this show.
Yep, the next commissioner is Sid Vicious.
okay.
Oh wow.
It's an interesting step.
literally.
I gotta say, they've got better commissioners than they do have talent,
Yeah. That's the
or
problem.
bookers, or a budget,
Yeah.
or a crowd.
Well, the budget's there.
No, it
that's the
isn't.
thing.
Well, where did they? What do you mean the budget's there? Everything
Their
about this show is
that's
cheap.
true. All this stuff is
their roster photos were taken with the
That's
old,
true.
like an old webcam.
Yeah.
That's true. All the stuff surplus WCW.
I'm
stuff,
surprised
so
they had a real limo. I don't
Okay,
like. It might
continue.
have been like 2 guys holding up a door and running with it.
It was the bananas they were carrying the limo.
the bananas. And after the show, the bananas were taking down the ring and the Titantron and everything.
They
The
spent all
Nitrovision.
They spent all the budget money on the banana costumes and Buff Bagwell's meaningless pyro.
Yeah, he had a lot of pyro. He had a lot of pyro.
So much pyro. I was
So
like,
much pyro for that.
exactly. It was just like, why does he have 2 sets of pyro?
I don't
Is
know.
he Kane?
My name is Kane.
Which is, again,
Buff Kane.
Buff Kane.
again, even funnier because right before that, Jeff Jarrett had 2 sparklers go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw this! I'm going to start my own company.
So, the way WWA wraps up is there's a matchup on one of the TNA weekly pay-per-views between Sting and Jeff Jarrett, and it is for the WWA title, and Jarrett wins that, obviously retains, wins, whatever, but he unifies the WWA title with the NWA belt. So their title lineages now all of a sudden are like intertwined. And it's the last time you hear of WWA until 2016, when Jeff Jarrett is trying to get Global Force Wrestling off the ground. And he makes mention that the WWA title lineage would be part of the history of Global Force.
Good for him.
And of course, Global Force doesn't happen at all. Nothing happens. With
Hey,
Global
Alex, I'll take
One
who
pilot,
gives a
that's it.
shit for 200.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They bought TNA and then TNA bought them back.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you gonna dismiss the greatness that is the WWA title?
Yes.
Held
yes, I
by
am.
great legends like Jeff Jarrett.
And the Road Dogg before that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Road Dogg.
Yeah, because they
was the champ.
vacated the belt for the
They
tournament.
vacated the belt for this pay-per-view. Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. So,
I gotta feel so bad for Bret Hart here.
Hmm.
He's like thinking this really is going to be like a new competitor to WWF. I'm going to get
that's why he's
things back
involved with
in
it.
order. I'm going to get my career back. We're going to get things right back on track.
Yep.
And our main event are going to have 2 second-generation wrestlers, one from the Armstrong family, the
Yep.
other Jarrett family. They're going to finally finish their feud from 1995.
Who Bret has huge respect for both because he has been friends with Jeff Jarrett since
They're
Jarrett's
friends,
WWF run, and the Armstrongs he's always been friendly with and that stuff. So he knows Jesse.
And
so
don't forget, Jeff Jarrett was Owen's writing partner
that's right.
right up until his passing.
Mm-hmm.
They're all
So
friends.
good all-round feelings there, and they're going to have a good old Southern steel cage match with the proper rules of just a pinfall or submission. No one gets in, no one gets out.
Crockett style, basically, like an
Crockett
NWA
style.
Crockett style.
And
match,
then by the end of this, he's like, I gotta go.
This is Russo's style.
yeah, this is bad. Yes,
I don't want to
absolutely.
speculate on his health situation, but I mean, maybe this is what gave him a stroke. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, I could see it.
ouch, ouch, ouch.
I woke up one morning and I was thinking about those bananas.
Oh,
Those
I
pajamas.
could just smell bananas. That's what happened. I just woke up smelling bananas. Is it almonds with the? No, I can't remember. No, it's burnt toast. But anyway, it's burnt toast. Yeah, there we go. So, but anyway, I will tell the Undertaker to rest in peace, and that's it. So now comes time for the fun part. We get to rank this out of 10. So, Mr. Moorhouse, what is your ranking out of 10 for this show?
I'm sorry. I didn't know I would find something worse than Bash at the Beach, but I managed to do it. And for that, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. You know what? Very fair considering the quality of show that we see in here with this one. I will go next. I will also give this show a 1 out of 10. It was a show. It was a thing that happened. Okay. So, and therefore it will remain. Mr. TL, go ahead. Remember, I think one of the rankings here I have saved is you gave a show a 0 out of 10. I think that was Bash on the Beach. You gave a 0 out of 10 for. So.
And this will tie that at 0 out of 10.
Okay, hey, there we go.
We just spent an hour and 45 reviewing a 2-hour pay-per-view. So you people out there never, ever need to watch this piece of shit. We've talked about it. You heard it summarized from top to bottom. Avoid this thing. Forget it ever existed. I know once we tried to justify Bash at the Beach of, here's an example of what not to do in wrestling. Well, if that exists, then this doesn't need to. So this can be deleted from memory, from history, from everything.
That's it. Absolutely. And Fraser, what are you giving this show?
I'm going to give it a 0.5.
A 0.5. Okay. Sure.
Bret Hart
Almost
was
worse
there.
than a 0.
Bret Hart was there.
It was a thing. Yeah.
And I laughed a couple times. So that for an entertainment factor, it's worth something to me.
Absolutely. There we go. Oh, got it. All right. Well, that's WWA Inception 2001 in opinion and review. I will start the process to wrap up the show here a little bit by doing plugs. So, Craig P Fraser, you can go ahead and plug your Dark Ascension LARP. What's happening with that?
Dark Ascension LARP. Hey guys, holy crap. It's 2 weeks away from game. April 18th is our first event at Camp Mask Platoon. You can still register now and save on your game fees and come fight us with swords.
Does this mean you're going to miss Mania?
Oh, yeah. It's what day is WrestleMania?
18th and
18 and
19th.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, LARP.
That's okay. That's fine. Hey, well, we'll do what we can do.
Don't worry, it's on Netflix. You can fast forward to it later.
Exactly. It's there forever on Netflix. Or until
Part of me wants to protest skip this year, but I might still watch it.
That's all right. I won't be able to watch the first night anyway. I got a function that night, but there we go. So there we go.
Night 2 only then. All right.
We might do a night 2 only show. Yes, there we go. Or we could just do a massive just recap after night 2, and that'll be it.
Yep.
So there we go. That'll be it. Linktree.com/Kellen Nitro. That's all my links. You can go follow. Lots of stuff happening with Drag Files. Lots of stuff happening with Wrestling Unlimited, including this, as you just heard. We've got April 18th, 19th, we'll probably go on the 19th with WrestleMania. Mr. TL, where can they follow you on the interwebs?
Before we get to that, I would like to know who gets next pick.
It is me.
Oh shit. I mean, cool. Yeah. But I am at TMLOUTAN. I don't care. Come at me, bro.
I don't think you're going to get much people coming at you off of this show for sure, because I think a lot of people are in the agreement with you, so it's all good.
Well, somebody gave me some good advice, is that I just can't be outraged all the time.
Yeah.
It'd be better if I just explain verbatim what happens and you understand why I'm so angry. And also someone had to point out to me, I am the Laps fan, as you introduced me as at the top of this show.
Not off of this one, but yes.
Oh yeah, you did.
As I often do. I forgot to say that this time.
Right, because you booed me. Now, I'm the Laps fan because once upon a time I loved this shit. I loved professional wrestling, and somewhere along the way, it died, and I left, and I never wanted to come back because what I loved was gone. And now that I'm back and I have to relive some of this nonsense is why I am so angry reviewing this shit. And it just builds more of a case and more evidence as to why I left.
So what you're saying is you need a palate cleanse.
I'm just explaining how I became the Laps fan, and it's for things like these kind of events.
Well, I will announce my next show here, and this will be a palate cleanse because there's one major federation or promotion from the 2000s we have yet to have hit. And so the next time here on Nitro Steak, we go back to 2005. We go back to October of 2005, and a little card put on by Ring of Honor titled Joe versus Kobashi from New York, New York.
Okay.
Interesting.
On October 1st, 2005.
I like
that will
both
be our
guys.
next show here on the channel.
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to that. That sounds like it might be pretty great.
We will have tons of chops in the main event. The main event is very chop heavy.
Now, speaking of these punishments,
yes.
I want to get back to this.
Okay.
I would actually like to extend an olive branch.
Okay.
To clear all penalties.
Are these black olives or are these like the...
What you trying to say, man?
I'm just saying.
Well, they got to be black olives.
Gotta be black olives, man.
Could have been green. Yeah.
They could
have been green. Yeah. They could have been Kalamata. But you chose black olives.
But anyways, yes, go for it.
I like black olives.
I mean, they're not bad on nachos, but he had to call me a black olive up in his.
No, I like black olives on my pizza. It's good.
Subs. Yeah.
I would like to throw it out there that we clear all penalties and let bygones be bygones.
I second the motion.
Okay, so if okay.
He just really does not want to review an AEW
show. No, because it goes against our wrestling book club of we had a time
20 year
of what was it the end of WCW or something?
It was the what was it, the 10-year bump.
Yeah,
so
we had like
anything beyond 10 years. So we're on right now. Currently, it's April 2026. The latest we could go is April of 2016. So yes, okay, that makes perfect sense for sure. Not saying that we could do it outside of a classic Nitros Take format where we all get together anyway and review it in the same style, but not as part of the canon of the show. As a bonus to the good people.
Okay, we could probably do a bonus show.
We'll do that bonus show.
I really don't want AEW to be somebody's like actual pick. I don't think we need to do that to ourselves.
Sure.
Company's not even 7 years old yet.
Sure. Okay. That's fine.
Okay, so we'll do it as bonus content, but let's not waste
We will
a pick
do it
on
as a bonus show, and we will not waste a pick on it. That's it. So,
I
wait a second. Okay, they're saying picks are restored. The wheel will commencing with this one will be the wheel.
Okay.
Now I have an announcement on top of that. So
go on.
This pick will be my last pick.
Why?
Because the next time the wheel comes around, we will experiment with some listener interaction and viewer interaction. Because the next time the wheel comes around, after Moorhouse picks his show this next time around, we will do the first ever Nitromaniac TV Battle of the Eras, in which the fans will pick the show for a round.
So you're forfeiting your turn to give the fans a pick.
The fans will get my turn. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
And those shows will be announced after this current round that we do. So we'll have Joe versus Kabashi coming up. Ring of Honor will be the next show. And then we'll go to, it's TL, I believe. Then Fraser, then House, and then the first ever Battle of the Eras.
Oh, nice.
I would also like another suggestion that we could do after that, because I think that's a great idea, is if all of us pick 2 matches and we made an 8-match supercard.
Ooh, I like that. Our favorite matches of all time.
Your supercard.
2 more top match.
Do like 2 matches that already happened and we want to rewatch them, or 2 that like are fantasy?
Yes. 2 that have already happened and we want to rewatch. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we basically make our own pay-per-view.
I like it. Okay.
So each guy books 2 matches. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's awesome.
Well, how do we determine who gets what spot?
We'll do a random draw.
Rochambeau.
Random draw.
Yeah.
Random draw. The internet's got that wheel thingy. You can put the name in and it spins. We'll do that. The internet. Google or whatever.
This internet thing. It's
exactly.
Off.
All right, guys. I'm going to end because I got to pee, so I will catch you guys later on. So for Craig P Fraser, for Mr. TL, for Moorhouse, it's Kellen Nitro. Later days, happy wrestling watching. We'll catch you next time here on Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. Do take care. Bye-bye.
Black all.
You got the little man, you got the big man, and you got the bigger man.